welcome to Legal Break. I'm Maureen Akers, and with us today, Gary Bruce. As always, thank you so much for joining us again today, Gary.
Good to be here, Maureen. Thank you.
Well, we have a topic. We have a viewer that has contacted us, and they were at a movie theater, slipped and fell, and then the corporate office now is calling them and offering them a settlement or offering them some kind of money. Should they talk to them?
They should talk to them, yes. Sometimes large corporations are self-insured, so you wouldn't necessarily hear from an insurance adjuster. You might, but you should certainly set up a claim. Make sure you have a claim number, a contact person, and then you don't have to really do anything else. So you don't have to give them a statement. They'll insist you do, but it's not required. Okay. If you don't feel comfortable, if you feel medicated, you don't feel right, then don't do it, because it's going to be in your permanent record. You know? So if there's nothing to hide, don't worry about it. But they are, this may sound a little jaded, maybe I am, but they're trained to take statements. They know what they want to get from you. So be careful about that. But otherwise, do talk to them, set it up, and then go about what you need to do. You're not in any rush. Time is not of the essence. I mean, it's not imperative that you act immediately. You usually have 2 years to bring an action. So see what happens.
Well, and on that note, is there a case in something like this?
Well, that's the question, right?
Yeah.
So if they're calling you, at least they're acknowledging, all right, there was an incident, we know about it.
Right.
Is there a case? That's what's going to be debated, because you have to prove that the business owner knew or should have known of a hazard they failed to warn you of or remedy. So they're not an insurer of all things on their property. I hear that a lot. Well, I fell here. Shouldn't they have to pay my medical bills? Number one, they're not going to pay your medical bills as you go along. That is not going to happen. You need to use your own health insurance or own resources for that. But are they going to pay a claim ultimately? Well, probably deny it initially. But that doesn't mean that's the end of the story.
So now, what is the right time to resolve it, and should you hire a lawyer?
Well, sometimes you should, sometimes you shouldn't. If you feel because somebody created or maintained a problem they didn't warn you of, and yes, you've got a claim. And then it depends on what your damages are, you know. So we get involved early, we get involved late sometimes, but usually we want to know what the story is. We want to know, how has your life been impacted?
Right.
What's happened as a result of the fall? What are the damages? And you need to know that before it's time to tell the story, to try and resolve it. So that's really the critical time, but early on is not a bad time either to answer any questions you might have.
Oh, very good. Well, thank you so much for joining us today, and we look forward to seeing you on the very next Legal Break.